Hello there, welcome to JonnyBuildz. I am your host Johnny, and we are getting ready for Winter Trolley and Tubs coming up in 3 weeks. Winter Trolley happens right after that, set up for it, so that's 4 weeks. So there's a number of things that have to happen. One of them being getting this guy built. So as you can see on the scroll, we are getting the Big Fig Santa done. Santa Vader style though. So that's going to require some altering after we get him built. So we're going to start off with the Big Fig Santa, and in fact, he does have push tabs down at the bottom. Some of the Lego does weird things. Sometimes they do push tabs, sometimes they do. You have to actually cut it open or whatever. But this one is push tabs, which will make things a little bit easier. And got something dirty on my tray. So, all right. So let me get my timer up and set up, and we will get started. And this will be a lot easier to start than trying to slice it open. So 3, 2, 1, boom! Here we go. So yeah, he's got the normal push tabs down here at the bottom. So this is going to be the 4th Big Fig. Hey Vab, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. This is going to be the 4th Big Fig that exists. So we have the red one, the red and blue one over here. We have the Pirate Big Fig, which I did not too long ago. We have the Racing Big Fig. Then we have this guy, who just came out for winter. But rumor is, coming up in next year sometime, they are going to have a spaceman, a blue spaceman Big Fig. So that'll be 5. And technically we'll have 6 in a sense, because we're going to turn this one into Santa Vader. So let's do that. How you doing tonight? You're waiting for that, the spaceman? Yeah, that's going to go perfect with your stuff, you know. That is going to go absolutely perfect with the stuff that you have, that's for sure. I'm going to put the instructions down here. Bag 3 and 4. In the wrong order. Now, I don't know how long it's going to, like, the Big Fig should take maybe an hour, if that, to build. There's his head. Should take maybe an hour to build, though this one is a little bit bigger. Like, his beard is all one bag. His hat is all one bag. So it should take roughly an hour to build, probably less. Thing of it is, though, once we get him done, then it's going to be playing around with things, altering stuff in order to make Vader's head, which is back here, fit on. So, inventory is awful. I hate inventory with a passion, especially whenever the people that are supposed to be in charge of it don't do what they're supposed to. So I know what you're going through. So what, did you have dinner yet? If you did, what did you have? I had amazing pancakes. Apple cinnamon pancakes, along with some eggs and sausage, and of course a little bit of cream to go with it. A little bit of cream and maple syrup. So really good. Oh yeah, well that makes sense. That's nice of you. So it's been a busy couple. It's been a busy couple weeks. Absolutely been a busy couple weeks. And this past weekend was no exception. So we were... my camera is not... It's pointing a little bit too far. There. I have him sitting down. So, there. Sorry about that. Camera was up a little too high. So, this entire week, we've been... Oh, where were you at? In my neck of the woods. Where at? Should have said something. I would have been like, hey. Well, wait. Last night was Monday night, so yeah, that would have been so I would have been home. That would have been cool. This week, this entire past week was preparation for our racing that was happening this past weekend. And the problem is we ended up... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, not too far. So we ran into some issues because the car... We had the engine machined, which means, you know, reconditioned, refurbished, you know, cleaned up, reboard so everything is the right size it's supposed to be and fit, you know, all fits together, blah, blah, blah. Problem is the company that did that for us, yes, honed, yes. All the fun things where you're like, you do stuff with like the pistons and the O-ring, like just everything reconditioned so that it's kind of like it was whenever it first came from the factory. Problem is, and this is something a machine shop should know, problem is the machine shop did not know that in this particular engine, whenever you do all that stuff, you're supposed to take out some plugs, some barrier plugs, so that all the junk that all the metal shavings and things like that, all that can come out properly. They did not do that, and apparently didn't know that they were supposed to do that. Yeah, exactly. Now so it's a good bad thing, and I'll explain. So it was bad, obviously, that those were not removed. So the stuff did not all come out. The engine was all together, looking great. And got it into the car, bolted in, got all the connections going to it and everything the way it was supposed to be. You know, it's like, hey, everything's ready to go. And then we went to start it, and it went, and that was it. So we're like, well, that's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to actually start. So, you know, we started looking into things and then tried it, you know, made sure. We thought maybe the starter itself was bad. So we got a new starter and got that wired in and everything. Tried it again. Chink. That was it. Nothing. So it wasn't really moving. So we're like, oh, that's, you know, there's something really wrong here, but not something we could figure out like that we did or didn't do necessarily. Like, we were just like, yeah, you know. So, oh, I gotta do two of these, so we'll build them at the same time. So, you know, first thing to think about is like, okay, something is horribly wrong, and, you know, too tight, whatever. And the guy that put the engine together, he's put engines together many times, so it's like, yeah, exactly. And it was barely a clunk. Like it didn't even turn over. It didn't even get to that point. It just kind of clunked a bit and didn't even really start. So, you know, of course, everyone's hemming and hawing and like, what could we have done different? What did we, you know, like reviewing everything, like what did we do wrong? And again, we're a week. See, these look, here's the funny thing. Those are purple. Those are definitely purple looking. The colors. That's not purple. That's blue. Same with the Technic pieces. Definitely blue. Come on, Lego. Get your quality better. So anyway, but we took it to a shop about an hour and a half away from us because we were in a crunch. You know, this was Thursday night. No, Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night. And they're like, you know, we're trying to get this ready because Friday. I think you need an oil. Hey, we could always use someone like that. Absolutely. So I'm the crew chief. I can say so. So anyway, we they got it up there late Thursday because it was hard to find somebody that, you know, in that short amount of time that like knew the type of engine that we had and like wasn't a dealer to get the stuff looked at and everything and know what to look for that we didn't. But we found them. They got it up there, and the guys that work on it got the engine out of the car, got the transmission off within a half hour, and they're like, so they have the engine by itself, not even connected to the transmission or anything, and they tried to turn it, and the guy had his ratchet on the main shaft, and went to turn it, and it would only turn maybe 5 to 10 degrees and stop, and then he would turn it the other way and it would stop. So we're like, what the heck? I mean, there has to be something in there that's preventing it from turning, obviously. So of course the oil pan had to come off. They had to take, essentially take the engine apart in order to see what's going on. And lo and behold, it turns out that, like I said at the beginning, you have to have those plugs out in order for all the junk to come out of the engine whenever you're machining it and stuff. And of course, that did not happen, as you may have guessed. So one of the metal shavings had gone all the way up into, and it happened so fast, like we didn't even get it to turn over, but it sucked it right up, and it got up into the fuel pump and lodged itself in the fuel pump, basically, breaking it, killing it, So, that meant definitely, all right, we need a new fuel pump for one thing. But for another thing, those metal shavings had definitely gone in to where, the main drive shaft with all the pistons sticking out and stuff, it was lodged in there, multiple pieces and stuff, gouging into the both the pistons and the cylinder heads and everything. So that was we're not racing this weekend type of thing. That's one of those things that you're like, that's catastrophic failure that you are not going to recover from, as far as that goes. Or at least you're not going to recover from it in a day, because we had Thursday to have it worked on, and then we were supposed to do Friday as far as like track day stuff, and then be ready to go. So that's where we were sitting at. Why is it going there that way? Interesting. Anyway, so that's where we were sitting at, and then Thursday they worked on it and found out more of the stuff that was bad, and yeah, it was that whole, hey, this is your situation. Now we could have rushed and they could have gotten it together by throwing a ton of money at it, which we weren't going to do. But so we had kind of resigned ourselves that we weren't going to race at all this weekend, unfortunately. So the car owner and his buddy that he works with were both in town. Aw, are you guarding the Pixie's guarding the bags? Good girl. Anyway, they were both in town for racing, So his the guy that came with them had never seen the track before, so took him to go see it, and they ended up talking with the person that oversees the event, is in charge of the whole Lucky Dog organization, and just talking about what happened and stuff. And they were, she was like talking with him. I said, well, it's too bad you don't just have another car that you guys could race instead. And they stopped. Everyone stopped and was like, well, technically we do have another car, but it's not, it's not ready. Like we weren't expecting this. And so this was Saturday that they were doing this, because Friday they worked on it all day, and Saturday they, she was like, well, bring it Sunday and race. So I get a phone call, and it was like mid-afternoon, Saturday, and Dean was like, we're racing. We can do it. So like everyone was scrambling again, to go get the other car, the other trailer, get everything put into it, get everything set up so we could just leave, go out there. They actually took it out Saturday night to get it tested to make sure that it could pass oh, look at that. That looks so cool. I like the printing. I don't like the fact that it is different colored though. You can see that there's a variation of the white right there. That stinks. Come on, Lego, do better. Anyway, so they got it. It passed the I guess you could say security checks. They're not really security checks. They are the checks they have to do in order to make sure that it can meet safety standards and stuff. So they did all that, got it back to his house, and we loaded the trailer and everything for Sunday. And yeah, again, that was a whirlwind, getting everything together, making sure that we had everything. It was just a nuts night, and then Sunday we raced, and it was pretty amazing. How does that go on there? That doesn't make any sense. It's because I have it the wrong way. Of course. Talking too much. Anyway, so yeah, we raced Sunday, and there were, in our class, which was the C class, we raced. There were 7 other cars, and they all had a day ahead of us. Obviously, they all raced the day before. And out of those 7 cars, not being in the day before at all, we still placed 4th, which is amazing. And we had 4 drivers that we were changing between. It was just insane and a lot of fun. So, little bit of a spoiler. Next week, we will be shifting gears just a little bit, simply because, as a token of appreciation, the same as last year, the car owner won a Lego set that they had, and it's a car, of course. So next week, as my build, and it still has the winning ticket there, next week we'll be building this, the Technic Ferrari FXXK. So that'll be next week. So wasn't expecting that. I guess by now I should, because he's done that twice now. So next year I'll be like, all right, what'd you get me? And then it'll be like, oh, I didn't get you anything. Be like, So anyway, so we did race. It was a lot of fun. It always is a lot of fun to race and pal around and see all the things that happen. There were some pictures I posted on. Well, I don't think I posted on Instagram. I think I posted them in Discord. So, but yeah, it was a very eventful day of racing. A lot going on. We had great pit stops. We didn't have any issues. We did some adjustments, which you always do when you're racing. But like they were just minor things, like tightening things up and making it so the brakes work better. So, yeah. So, and of course the car was sponsored by JonnyBuildz. So there you go. So yeah, and that was one of the things that happened on when I found out Saturday. It was like, oh, we are racing, so I had to go get the gas because that's part of my sponsorship. So I had to go in my dad's truck and get the gas. So. But yeah, it all worked out. It was a great day. It was beautiful weather. Started off chilly, but it was just perfect weather. Barely a breeze. The sun came out enough that things warmed up, and towards the middle of the race, yeah, it was pretty fun. Yeah, so if you saw the lug Discord, then I think I posted the tire that got shredded by the guys next to us. That was pretty interesting. So yeah. But a lot of fun. Great group of guys. We our plan is, I mean, like that was supposed to be the plan this week, was supposed to be the start of like, hey, we're really doing a, you know, an actual team, blah 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 blah. Was not happening, and then it did. So it was kind of funny how it all worked out. So yeah. So very eventful week and weekend, because we were doing a lot of work to get everything ready, and then we weren't going to race, and so it's like one of those letdown things. It's like, oh, all that hard work, and now we can't race, and then now we're racing. You know, it just kind of nuts. So hey, you are. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. You'll have to go back and review my what I just said about the whole weekend and week and everything. It was a involved story, but awesome how it ended up happening. So yeah, all worked out overall pretty good. So yeah, it ended up being a really good weekend, getting to know a new member of the crew, and yeah, all in all, I mean, obviously it could have been even worse, where it's like, oh, we don't get to race at all, and that was what the plan ended up being as of like Saturday afternoon, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're racing, you know. So yeah. So how was you guys this week and week? Like I said, mine ended up being way, oops, there we go, way unexpected how it ended up turning out, but oops, no, that's right. Okay. You have, yeah, but you've been doing that for weeks now. You've been building a tower. And it's probably getting monotonous at times, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, that was almost perfect already. Snap, snap. Grin, grin, wink, wink. Say no more. Need to straighten these doohickeys out, otherwise it'll be weird later. So when you snap them in, they don't necessarily go straight the way you want them to. So yeah. So was this, okay, so the soldering, was that for lighting? Or was that for just like your table so it is strong? Like what was the soldering for? Ha ha ha. Cat's just being silly down there. Oh, that one's almost perfect. Already. Pretty cool. It is kind of bittersweet though too, because it's potentially the last race at that track. We're hoping not, but you know, time will tell, I suppose. Oh, I had it right. It was supposed to go that way. I overshot and overthought. Custom lighting for the build. Nice. Well, that'll be awesome. finishing up here with bag number 2. So there is a flat star going to be built in 3 weeks. Unexpectedly, as you know, if you've seen any of my stuff or heard me talk about it. I'm excited because I never thought I would be building it because I was never going to get it. So that's nice. It's a nice unexpected thing, obviously, especially since it is the first ever $1,000 set. So, you know, kind of a neat thing. Not a lot. I mean, like, obviously the higher price goes, you know, for something, you know, less people that are going to get it necessarily. So, so I am excited just for the fact that I want it, and also for the fact that so many people, hopefully, are going to get to help build it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun having, you know, tons of lug and other displayers, because there's going to be displayers there that aren't part of our lug, going to be helping to build it. So that's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been planning how it's going to go. I don't know if my planning is correct, but I'm going based off of various informations that I have received. And I think it's going to be what I have thought of and drawn up is going to be pretty close to doing what I think it will. So we'll find out for sure. You did 3. Wait, you did 3. You had 3 bags. Were you up there? I didn't realize you were up there. You went up. You went up to the museum, or you did 3 custom lightings. I'm confused. Sorry. You'll have to explain what you mean. You 3 different competition for so Tubbs will be having different competition categories for the Tubbs event. So so you did 3 different ones, is what you're saying, I think. Yes. Like 3 different categories that you're entering. Something like that. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, cool. I will say this: I only entered 1 because all I was expecting was just to have the 1 thing there, and then you know, the whole thing with the Death Star happened. I don't think I'm entering anything in for it, though. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what I don't think it would have a category anyway. It'd be like best mock. You know, best collab mock something. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh yeah, totally get that. Nah, it's all good. That is. I think it's going to be a long day, but a fun day whenever we do that, though. It'll be be a blast. And I am excited, again, I am excited just for that aspect of it, is like, not, you know, not everybody obviously is going to get one of these Death Stars. In fact, I think it's already slowed down quite a bit. Like the first week, definitely, like that was when you should get it anyway because of all the GWPs and everything, so. What? What do you mean no sets permitted? For what? Tubs? Tubs is allowed to have sets, absolutely. It's not like a typical, show like, whatever it's called, like Brick Fair was, or whatever. Oh, for the mock, well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, of course. But yeah, just as a general rule, you can have, as a general rule, you are able to have sets there. But yeah, of course they can't be entered in the comp because that would be unfair. That would just be silly. It's like, hey, this was already designed. You didn't design it. So that makes sense. We are finishing up the first leg. This is his left leg. Then we will do the right leg, of course, because once you do one, you got to do the other. I mean, I guess you don't have to if he was handicapped in some way. Go. This goes on here. There we go. Look at that. That's looking like Santa already. No, it's not Christmas yet. But it's one of those things that, like, I have it and it needs to get done sooner rather than later because otherwise I'll get behind. So, yeah, I think the categories are good. I looked through them and I was like, where does mine fit? And then I was like, oh, you have a Star Wars category. So there you go. Obviously. But like some of the other ones, I was like, ooh, I could kind of go into that category or whatever too. But I just stuck with the one. And which is fun because this is essentially the first time that the Hoth base will be, first of all, shown in all of its glory. Oh yeah, the best special effect, yeah. That'll be interesting to see what people come up with. But this will be the first time that the Hoth base will be in all of its glory, every bit of it. And the last time for a while, because it's been 3 years. It's been a 3-year journey with it, so it is kind of time to retire it as I work on Endor. So it will definitely be. I mean, it's not going away, obviously, but you know, it's been that kind of a journey. So it's like, it's going to be, I guess you could say, put out to pasture, so to speak, but it's not really. Yeah, because it'll be coming back at some point. Because the idea is, and this, so this was not my original idea. My original idea was just do Hoth because I had the AT-ATs, made sense, and that was it. I was just going to do that. And then we started talking this year at Brick Fair, and Tim, who's the guy that came up with the idea of everything for Hoth in the first place, so it's all Tim's fault. he said, well, why don't, you know, we're sitting there talking and things, and he's like, you know what? And I said, you know, I'm already working on Endor, and he's like, all right, what do you want me to start doing for it? And I was like, well, we will need the bunker, and I already have the official Lego set bunker, and so I'll be giving that to him so he can start making, you know, a version for us. And then Chuck, who was sitting beside us at the time, because he's actually interested in doing, because he was talking about doing the landing platform. And I had considered the landing platform, which is going to be very large. But like at the same time, I was like, no, because I mean, it's going to be enough to do the forest portion of it. But since he said, hey, you know, I would be into doing that, and it would have an AT-AT. It's like, okay, so that's next. And then Tim comes up with the ideas like, well, if we put Hoth here, and then we put Endor over here, we're going to need Tatooine over here. So now that started. So now it looks like eventually all three things are going to be happening at some point. So, ho, 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 indeed. So, yeah, that'll be coming down the line at some point. That it's going to be a lot of time, but in some of the Whatnot streams that I was in, which is where I won the Death Star from, I've already gotten some good deals on some figures, both for Endor and for Tatooine. So, yeah. It's not. So okay. So if it's not going to be fully completed, to what degree is it going to be completed? And yeah, I guarantee you, everyone's going to be impressed. I bet you everyone's going to. Especially since the size you're talking about for it, I guarantee you people are going to be like, that is astronomical. All right, bag number 4 already. Here we go. All right, he stands on his own. So bag number 4 is the arms. The funny thing is, too, I'm thinking more about tubs because because again, this is going to be something I've never done before, organizing something to this degree, obviously, but also, like we have to do it quickly, but I think we will not need to do it as fast as like some others. Like Bob went up to they went up to the Corning Museum this weekend, and they had pre-built something like 40 bags or something, and I'm like, holy crap. Now they only had one person building at a time, which we're not going to do. We're going to have 3. We're going to have me and 2 other people building all at the same time. So, oops, green first. Then. So that'll make a difference. And based on like average times of building, now everyone's going to have to be, you know, one to the other, but I think it'll be doable. I really do. So we'll find out. Oh, okay, I get you. But I mean, like, you're gonna have a lot of it done, so that's what matters. I mean, like, enough that it's like, here, this is the enormousness. I mean, like, that in and of itself will just be impressive, you know? Oh, well, that's going to be plenty close then. Yeah, if you're that percentage, that'll be plenty close. funny how every time they do these big figs, they change the arms or they change something about them just a little bit, in order to make it a little bit more minifig looking, a little bit more streamlined, whatever. I've noticed that in every single one. Like the first two were done pretty much the same, but then they slightly altered the racing fig, and now they're doing something a little bit different here with Santa and the way his arm is done. Pretty cool. This part's the same. Minifig arm. This part is definitely the same. But just a little detail, they made this a little bit angled right there. Slightly different than they've done on the other one, so it's kind of neat. Okay, let's put this arm in. Now we gotta do the other arm. This is interesting too, and it's probably because of the beard, but they don't have the normal hole that they have in the minifigs, or the macro figs, whatever you want to call them. So that's kind of interesting. My cat is silly. The other thing too is we have less time to build the Death Star on Sunday than we do Saturday, by 2 hours, I think. So I had to adjust the building steps, but there aren't as many pieces with the second half, but I kind of shifted it along in such a way that that's supposed to go up there. Shifted it slightly so that there are more bags being done Saturday than there are Sunday, so that'll be good. And I think it'll work. Think. I just actually went through it a bit today, just kind of seeing how stuff was kind of playing out, and you know, you can only calculate so much. But I think with the speed that the average person builds at, I think we'll be all right. I think so. Oh, I mean, obviously it depends on how big your vehicle is, but like, I would not be surprised if it takes you 2 trips. It's going to, like I can fit everything my wife and I are bringing into her car. However, that was prior to the Death Star, and then it was like, oh, there's one more giant thing now. So it's like, well, how do I do that? So that logistics is still being figured out. But yeah, I can see you needing 2 trips. Okay, second arm done. Let's build some hands. We're gonna do 2 of these. So. And because he's wearing gloves, I notice that the hands are a little bit bigger. They don't normally have this one going on. So because he's wearing gloves, they're a tiny bit bigger than normal. Interesting. Yes. Bigger table. Well, right. You custom built that though, right? Didn't you? I do believe you did. Which, you know, perfectly, you know, sometimes that's what you got to do, I guess. All right. Two hands. Slide right in. Go. All right, this is pretty much the basics of a Big Fig. Now we're gonna get into the interesting part with the head and the beard. So the head is before the beard, so this will be interesting. And his head will not, because of the beard the way it is, it's not gonna be able to turn like the other ones can. Okay, if you notice my Big Fig back here, like his head is turned like a quarter of the way, so. 36-inch wide table. Oh, I gotcha. Wow. Wait, 36-inch wide. I mean, you could have just had another row of tables, right? Because each base plate is 10 inches, right? So is it like 2.5 wide that you have it? Oh, look at this. He's got like green. He's a jolly old elf. Wait, 36 inch. Wait, they're only 30. I'm confused. Oh, look at this. So inside Santa's head is a little, this is his brain. Inside Santa's head is a little village. Isn't that cool? It is a little Santa village. That is cool. Look at that. Little Santa village to go inside Santa's head. And of course, you can't see it after they. It's like you just have to know it's in there, right? Cut a hole. Oh, right. That's right. You know, like how we have one of the lug tables where it has a hole in it so that you can run power or whatever through it. 3.5 base plates. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so now we gotta pay attention to what colors go where and how. So the two white ones go here. The whatever part. And he is going to have a hinge. Oh, that's probably for the hat. Maybe. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Which I'm going to have to pay attention to because, well, Vader needs to wear the hat, not him. So whenever I start doing the Vader portion of this, I'm going to try to do this in such a way that I just use the pieces available to me. So we'll see if that works. And I love the colors, and just like, here, we're going to throw a random purple in here. Because why not? We're Lego, that's what we do. Again, I don't know snot bricking enough because this is very complicated. But they know what they're doing, obviously. But I would like to get better at snot bricking so I could do things like this. I got to do that with this Big Fig over here, turn it into me with beard and everything. So I got to learn how to snot brick even better. My nephew's going to be like, no, don't say that. Snot. Snot is a bad word. Ooh. Head. I do believe this is the front and this is the back. Yep, because we're doing the back of his hair now, kinda. Or maybe it's the... Nah, that wouldn't be the hat, I don't think. Guess we'll find out. How nicely that all fits together. Snot techniques are amazing. Yeah, this is definitely the back because they have it kind of staggered a bit so that like the hat will fit down over it. correct angle. There we go. Like that. Flip it back around, and we use... I love how they constantly use these car parts. They use like the little fenders for old style cars. Santa? I have 2 of these left. I don't think I should have 2 of them left. And from what I can tell, I put them in everything that they should be in. One goes there, and I did that on both sides. I did one in there. Yeah, alright. So, yeah. Oh, it's too late. I'm already old. I'm already sore. That happens all the time now. Alright, bag 6. It's beard time. Mostly white pieces. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes together. And I kind of pay attention to it as I do this because, well, the head is going to have to come off. So, and I'm not sure to what extent yet it's going to have to. There's not that many pieces in this part, so. So maybe since it looks like it's kind of sectioned, maybe it's stuff that I can kind of move around a bit. We'll see, I guess. Oh, gotta put that in there. So yeah, a couple weeks, and then we got tubs, and then the weekend after is trolley setup, winter trolley setup. So yeah, this just kind of fits on there, which is good to know. It kind of sits up there now. I think every time almost that you are hanging out in stream and talking, you guys get pizza. I swear, like last week, I swear you got pizza. Oh, wait, no. Not those. Need those. They're just normal curves. I thought they were, these are just normal curves. Gotta start over, boo-boo. There. That makes more sense. I was like looking at it and I'm like, wait, that doesn't look right. Oh, I agree. Pizza is amazing. Always has been. So it does put it up, like again, it's like starting the sides of the beard. So yep. So we're gonna put the head on. I don't want to put it all the way down because I am gonna have to take it off. So let's get that squared away. Look at how it. I mean, like it's so flush there though, and this is going to be part of keeping it where it belongs, so I'm going to have to be careful with that I don't press it in there too much. Otherwise, it'll be not fun to take off. So going through... Oh, pizza for lunch. You had a lot of other stuff for lunch too, though, didn't you? Interesting that we're putting yellow flats in there. After going through the instructions for the Death Star a few times, I'm amazed that, and I've noticed this with all the UCS sets lately, the number of pieces they do per step is so low. Like it's another reason why I don't think that this set, the Death Slice or the Flat Star that they came out with, is really UCS set, like in the traditional sense, because it's completely different than other, UCS sets, and I just don't think it goes. Oh, no ice cream in a while. Jeez. The Deco Star, yeah. I mean, and I still am not a big fan of it. That's for sure. But again, just because we get to build it. That's exciting in its own way, but I still look, even looking at the directions for it, I'm just like, ugh, I really think they could have done so much better. And, okay, so let's talk about something. Aw, that sucks that your freezer's dying. That's no fun. So let's talk about something that just got released officially, that it's coming out. The Goonies ship. Does it remind you of anything? I did post that on my Instagram, but does it remind you of anything that's already just recently released? It's built exactly the same way. It is essentially a collection of playsets or dioramas. I'm not liking this direction that Lego is going in, because a UCS set is not typically a playset. Now, I know the previous 2 Death Stars were, but and they made the AT-AT a play set at the same time that it is, the monstrosity that it is. That is a perfectly legitimate UCS set, because it's both. It's epic and stuff, and you can still play with it like you would. Hey, you guys! So, the Goonies ship, if you look at it, I don't know. And again, I'm not a big fan of the Goonies. I don't know why. I only saw it once that I can remember, and I just don't remember really liking it or anything like that. It was just, it was just it just wasn't what I was into, I guess. Truffle Shuffle. But I don't know. I'm disappointed. Of course they had to make it smaller than the original submission was. Totally understand that. But I think they went the wrong way with it again. And now it is, something weird. And there are a lot of snot bricks on this thing. Logan would be proud. He'd be like, so much of his 3386 is being used here. Oops, I had it the wrong way. I couldn't tell how they had it on there. I guess I could if I looked at it a little bit closer, but still kind of goofy. Whisker. Yeah, he did. Yeah, we definitely do. I don't know how to do that, but that would be fun. Have a little movie night thing and watch good 80s movies. Okay, so same thing. I'm not going to push it too hard on here because it's going to be tough to get off. Is it all the way up? Yeah, right there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that does look really cool. Oh, whoops. Let me do this. Finish the beard. Alright. A little bit after 9, and we just have to finish the hat, so pretty good. Alright. So. Number 4, Crunchy Frog. Now, there's a lot of pieces in here for the hat. And it doesn't look like there should be that many, you know what I mean? So. The minifigs actually don't look too bad. And in fact, I think they did with the Dimensions, the Lego Dimensions stuff. People were saying that, like, they had a couple of them already for it. And some people were saying that the figures, the Dimensions ones might be a little bit better. I don't know. I don't remember them coming out. Of course, I never really paid attention to Dimensions. I didn't think it was a good, like a useful thing for me, so, or a thing I needed or cared about, so. So, the figs are probably just okay. But, I mean, hey, it's, you know, it's Goonies figs, right? Lots of colors, la 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 la. This is a funny looking thing. It's like we're building a table to go in his hat. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a workbench, you know? All right. Oh, this is the tail end of the hat, or you know, where the little bell thing is. That's what we're doing right here. How's everyone doing tonight? Thanks for stopping by. Whoever did the like, thank you. Appreciate that. It's the wrong one. More to do after this. Even after it's done, we still gotta put Vader's head on instead. You're tired? Tired? Oh man, that's hard to get in there. There we go. Hi, Vab. Good to meet you. All right, first. So, how does that fit in there? Just barely. That does fit just barely up against here. You have to kind of maneuver it in there a bit. Interesting. Interesting. Yes, 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 yes. Well, it was meant to be more like atmospheric type music for a video game that we were doing, and never released, but there's the music. So Sorry, it's putting you to sleep. My voice does not induce sleep. It's boisterous. Nah, sometimes I put myself to sleep by my own voice. You haven't streamed in a while, have you? Now that I think about it, I don't think you have. So it'll be in 3 weeks doing the Death Star. It'll be your triumphant return, right? Monotoned. You are, but I mean that's the way you are. I mean, you know, no biggie. You know, that is what it is. You know. I like you just that way, okay? I totally get that, yeah. There are weeks that I struggle with trying to do a stream sometimes, but, you know, I just keep going on. So that is, so there's 2 hinges up here, and that's what these are going to connect to in order to give the angle to the hat. But you know what? You spend the time doing what it is you want to do or need to do. You know what I mean? So like, that's okay. You thought that was a bad. No, this is the hat. Obviously, he has a hole in his head right now, so kind of needs a hat. I need a hat like I need a hole in my head. Wait, I already got one. Ooh, that goes too far in there. Put our little doohickey in there. We're almost done with it. All right. Little cap on the end. That goes in there. The ball goes on there. And go this way. Ta-da-da! Oh, 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 oh. Merry Christmas, even though it's early. All right. Did that in an hour, 13 minutes. Oh, he does. He looks cool. So like he's just like all the other big figs. Like he's articulate. His Hands rotate and everything. Now his head can't move because the beard is in the way. So that is cool. All right. Now we need to do surgery. Yeah, he should have a bag. We definitely, I'll have to make him one of those brown Lego bag things. But now we got to transplant this onto this. Let's start off with his head. We'll take off that. Because, I mean, if I'm able to use this, it actually will fit pretty good. I'll have to take off some pieces there, but it actually fits on there pretty good. So that's perfect. Let's take off the front of the beard. Which is nice that, again, it is kind of modularly done. And I didn't put his head on too much, so perfect. Let's get rid of those. And to what extent are we going to take Vader apart? So this is the surgery we need to do. Let's take off the base first, which I think has some Technic in it, so it might not come off the easiest. A mini yellow Lego bag. Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I'm sure I can figure something out. All right, let's take off, because he's got some of his shoulder pads kind of right there. Trying to keep all this together. It does. It has a bunch of Technic here that goes up in so that it stays together, which I don't want. So I'm not sure how far it goes in. Okay. Oh, I think I see it right there. Okay. Let's see if... I think I only need this part too, coming up over the beard. Like, I don't need the bottom part here. So, let's take that off. Oh, well, I think I'm going to separate the head from the rest. Yeah, there's a lot of Technic there. Yeah, it comes all the way up here. So, I'm dying. I'm dying, Padme. I'm dying. Let's see if I can play around with this a little bit. It's got these two long Technic pieces in here. Let's move this out of the way. It's all joined down here too. This is going to be true surgery, but I don't want too much to come apart. Otherwise, it's going to be heck trying to get it back together. You know. So that goes back on there. That's where that goes. As much as we can. Let's put that back. And then that's upside down. Okay, that goes there. This goes here. Okay. There we go. All right. Back to basics. Fun begins. Right. to see if there's an easy way. It's not going to be the most nice way to do it, but there we go. That was not really the proper way to do that, but oh well. There. Okay. Ooh, perfect. Now I was able to get those off. All right, we're a little bit better now. So we should be able to now pull this whole area off. There we go. Look at that. That's what we needed. And in fact, we need all of this off, I think. It is going to give us what we want. Okay, let's start with that. So let's get the head back together. Nope, that's not how it goes. Wait, maybe it is. 'Cause that goes there, and then I'm going to take these two pieces. There we go, yeah. Okay, so that braces, that puts the bracing back in there. All right. I think these orange things go on either side. So what we want to see is how the helmet is going to look. It's going to be bigger than this. The nice thing is, with the snot bricks here, I can lower the beard even further down as needed. Let's put it there for the moment. Nah, let's go up one. Right there. It's a little bit lower than it should be, but let's see how this goes. I think that works. Does that look like that would work? Yeah, I think so. I think I need to put a couple pieces there to keep it upright, or move it up a bit, but I think that'll work. These two pieces go up here. Something else that goes there. Oh, yeah. There's a... Aha! There is a little dot that goes in here. See all the, like, colors that are in here? It's kind of interesting. We've got all the colors of the wind. Looks like he's ready to fly, like the way this is sticking out. Looks like a bug. Actually, it looks a lot like Blue Beetle, so. You got... Are you sure? Maybe you ordered correctly. They just got it wrong. You know? It's always a possibility. Okay. Stick those out. Look at that. It does look like... It looks, it looks like a little bug spaceship. All right. Not quite fitting, so I gotta figure out what is not fitting correctly. Does it just needs to slide together? No, something's definitely... Ooh, those orange, maybe they don't need to go there. These ones here in the front. Or they have to... No? No, maybe they don't. Those are in the way. So these front orange ones... Oh, you know what? You know what? I bet you they go up here. Somewhere. Might not need them at all, but... Oh, you just... So you picked the wrong order. Or maybe it was the right order. You never know. It's still running in. Yeah, that won't work. Just take those out completely for now. Let's see what we can... Ooh, there we go. Wow, that came together a lot easier than I expected. Now the head, the top, is going to be a little bit tougher. So, and actually, I want to take off a little bit here too, so it can kind of go over the beard a little bit better. How do you... Oh, I bet you I can do this. Yeah, there we go. Well, these two things can come out. And I think we're good. I think that'll be enough. So we don't have the bottom thing here, but that should be okay because it's going to go right over top. Look at that. Look at that. That's so hilarious. Now, I have these other pieces here, the other beard pieces I bet you I can use. He is a little top heavy too. I need to take off a couple more pieces here. Oops. Okay. So this needs to go on tight. Goes right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, where is Logan? He hasn't been in a while. Alright, so let's put this on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, it looks so good. Now, let's see. If I can do these... How does it... Hold on, I'm not sure. Oh, wait. I have the head. The original head. Those go there. But because this is lower... Yeah, that'd be cool. I can do that. Right? I can do that. I got a couple snot bricks over here. Let's see. I have one of those. Hey, this is working out though, huh? All right, so I want it to be like that. This is where you gotta, oh. So I push it down enough that like the stuff stayed on there, and I kind of want to not have that happen. It kind of would be, yeah. Kind of would be a bobblehead. Well, that's on there good. Well, I guess that's staying for now. It's all right. It'll give me a guide as to where it goes. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So that goes there. On the side here. My new pitch on Lego ideas. Haha. If that goes on the side there, let's see. This might work really well. Ooh, yeah. Eh. Now I can't get the thing off. There we go. I got to make sure it's the right height, otherwise it'll look, or otherwise it won't work, and it'll just run into everything, and then it's like, got to try to take the stuff off again. Don't you want to go on there? Oh, you're running into that. Oh, you shouldn't. It should go. Let me look at something. Oh, that one's short. Okay. I need another one of these. I don't think I have two of those. So I got to figure out a different way to do this. Because this... Oh no, it fits. I don't know why I can't get it in there then. Sounds like a personal problem. Bobbleheads would be kind of fun, I think. It would definitely be something different. I mean, they do brick heads, obviously, already. But bobbleheads would be kind of cool. There we go. All right. So let's see. No, I think that's going to be, it's going to have to be higher, which should be doable. Let's try this. Trying to keep as many pieces as originally we had. Well, that just barely fits there. Let's try that. I won't be able to use that. It won't go all the way down. So I gotta switch something up. Let's use one of these blue ones because you won't see them. That would actually be kind of fun. You know, they make a cool bobblehead and then they're like, hey, your bobblehead has become, you know, the stadium icon. Like, ooh. Okay, so it needs to move further forward. Might still need to go forward one more. Almost. I think we almost have it. Look at that. His cheeks are a little too merry. Almost have it though. I'm gonna kind of alter how this. It's so close though. I think this should go down here though. Now you have big heads, yeah. Might be a little. Oh no, that should fit. Oh, I'm running into a thingy, which I shouldn't be. It should all be the same level. It's just slightly up. Okay, so. No, he didn't. He never wanted to be fully like Obi-Wan, did he? Alright, so if I do that, I'm just sizing it here. That's exactly what I want right there. That is exactly what I want. That needs to be back one more. I don't want to push this out more. So let's see how we can redo this. There's that piece I need. Have this. I want something just like this. I think. It's still not right. Oh, I have that. I need the. Now, will that work? I think it will. There we go. That's exactly what I want. It's not quite as smooth as the other way. Oh, but it does fit almost, except I'm running into the arm now. Okay. Right. Okay. I can't go up any higher because I'll run into that. So I'm going to have to... Something dark side. That is exactly right. So let's take... I need this block. Like... Block is perfect. Just not. Okay, so that works. So we only need it to be 2. Okay. Ooh, I bet you. Hold on. Think. Ah, fell off. Oh, I had it too far forward. Oops. And there's a little bit of a gap right there, and that's what I want to... I have 2 of these, yeah. Would that work down there? Let's see. It would. It's not the prettiest. Definitely not the prettiest. But it'll work. And we'll put this there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we got this. I think we got this. It's not gonna look like this. Good. Good. Alright, so... This will work. This will work. Alright, so let's take these apart because I have to switch the pieces around to other sides. Does not want to come out. Come on. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing we did. Opposite. This one goes down here. Then I think it'll fit that we can do whiskers kind of going up. Like this. Like that. And then put these little things down here. Not the prettiest, but it'll work. Oh, I really don't think I could do any better than that. Come on, Vader. I wonder if I can make this look. Oh. If this will work, if I can put that there so that they stay better. Can still fit everything in here. Very tight fit now. No, I can't do that. Would have helped it stay together, but oh well. Ah! That piece just like let go and was like, here, I'm going in here. It needs to go up one actually, because once the head is down all the way it starts pushing on there. So oh, that's why it wasn't working. Silly me. That's why it wasn't working. Good night. Thanks for stopping by as always. There we go. We got it. We got the beard. Look at that. Alright. Alright. So, he is top heavy, unfortunately. We stand him up. At least he's... Actually, he's pretty good. Okay. So, now we gotta do the head. Alright, so let's sit him back down. Because it's easier that way. Oh, that's so cool. It looks so good.
That's great to hear.
Apparently Alexa agreed too. I said, that's so good. And she said, that's great to hear. So she's cheering me on too. All right. There's a tile piece on here that I'm trying to get off. Probably better if I take the head off to do that. And of course, a piece will go. Ah, 2 pieces went. Ah. Everything is broken. In fact, I don't even know where that went. Oh, it stayed in there. I was like, what the heck is going on? All right. All right, so let's take these off for now. His chops, so to speak. To the side. These have been on here for a while, and the way it's designed, of course, it's very lots of flat pieces, so not easy. So let's see if I can get this. There we go. Ooh. His head has collapsed. Ah, he has a hole in his head. Perfect. That's actually probably what we need, actually. Because I need to put the grip things like right there. So, if we want it to sit back like that. Oh yeah, that would be perfect. Right there. Right there, right there, right there. Okay, so we can actually put this back, I think. Let's see if I have the things that I will need in here. Oh yeah. Let's see if this is enough. I don't know if it's the right angle. It is. It is so... It just sits perfect. I could probably do a little bit more. Oh, that's hilarious. A little bit more off the back. Because that goes over top. I was worried I made his eyeball fall off. Okay. Out of the way. A couple more out of might need to still go up one. Yeah, that's kind of where I want it, like right there. So I need to move these back one. Almost. Get in your home. Now I just need to fix the back of his head. If I have the right pieces for it, because right now he has a little bit of green showing. Well, I could probably do that right there instead. Yeah, all right. I don't need all of that. Doesn't fit now all of a sudden. That's weird. Oh, it needs to be pushed up one more, probably. And ooh, I have another 3x1 that'll work. I do have a voice changer that I use. I haven't played with it enough to have it work all the time the way I want it to, but I do have one. Get in the hole. Why do you not want to be in the hole? That's interesting because it's not pushing against it, but I got that little bump that is not letting it stay down. That's interesting. So let's find out why. And then, once we figure that out, Vader will be done. Ah! Okay, so that's supposed to make it lean a bit. Okay. So then we do... That doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? There we go. That's what I wanted. There we go. Just like butter. And to keep those down, I need something. Ooh, our time is almost done. Aha! I have a use for these. Go in his head. Almost lost my one ring. There we go. It might show up. Oh, nope. Not really. If I could put him down just a little bit further. Let's see how far down we can get. We're almost there. Almost there. Okay. Let's see if that is the right height that I want. For Santa Vader. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Let's get his chops back on. Come on. You can do it. I just gotta find the right spot. The chops might be pushing up against. No matter, we can stick them out one more. Ooh, that would, yeah, that will push. Might have to put. Let's see. Let us see what's the better option. Going up one more step. That gets me running back into this again. Oh, too far forward. I think that's a hit. There we go. Santa Vader is complete. Look at that. I mean, I could make some adjustments, sure, but like, other than, like, it fits nicely. His head is on there, solid. Yeah, turned out pretty good. So now we have our sleigh driver. Let's see how he is standing up. It's still pretty stiff, so. Ah! He has to lean forward just a little bit. I don't want him standing up, though. I want him sitting down and have to brace him a little bit. But, yeah. I think it turned out pretty cool. So there we go.
Aw, Pixie sleeps.
So next week is going to be the race car. Not the race car, but the it looks so funny. The Ferrari that I got for helping with the races. And these next few weeks everything is going to be Tubbs and Winter Trolley stuff. This guy's definitely for Winter Trolley, so maybe he'll be at Tubbs too, just for the fun of it. So I got to make a bag for him though. See how I can make that work. But that'll help with his balancing too, I think, if I have him holding a bag. So very bobblehead-ish. Yeah, he looks good. Turned out better than I hoped. All his little parts facing the right way. So like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Appreciate everyone being here, and until next time, as always, may the brick be with you, and keep on building. We'll see ya.